I dated 2 women back home in Ghana, and then I have been with 2 Europeans also here. Germans, or let me just say Europeans, they understand the value of commitment. When a white woman like you, she gives her up, she take the risk to invest in you. Not all of them though, but back home it was just about entitlement. If you want to be in a relationship, most of them, like, you have to take care of them, you have to take care of their family. And
interesting.
My first relationship was when I was in grade 11.
That was in high school.
That was when I had my first relationship.
And there was entitlement already to take care of our family. Family?
Yeah.
Were you in high school?
I think it's something that runs through most of black women.
I wouldn't say
most
so.
Most of them.
I wouldn't say so.
No,
I mean, I've also dated people as well. I've also dated black women.
I'm not saying all of them.
Hello everyone, so welcome back again to this episode of OnlyFacts Podcast. It's always enjoyable to hang out with you guys and to hang out with our amazing guests. So today, it's me again, Lorento. Today is just me again, unfortunately, but my co-hosts are going to be with me at some point soon, shortly. So today we have an amazing guest, a very unique and talented young man. His name is Ernest. So I don't want to tell you too much about Ernest, so I'll just let him tell us about himself and then give us his background. So Ernest, please go on and tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, thanks, bro. So my name is Ernest, Ernest AJ. I'm a Ghanian living in Germany as a student. I'm into a little bit of thing. I'm also a tech guy. I study digital health management in medical school, Berlin. But I have a background of computer engineering, so
okay.
I'm juggling these 2 fields, and I'm also an aspiring model. So that's also something. It's a new baby that I have started. So it's on the pipeline. So like basically, I grew up in Ghana, Accra. Yeah. And I would say I spent most of my life in Ghana until I was 26, and then I moved to Germany to study.
Yeah. Awesome. So how's life in Germany been so far?
Oof. I mean, it's like a whole environment, because I never really traveled or lived in any other country before. So Germany is like the first country that I ever moved out. I moved in when I moved out from Africa. So it's the cultural differences and the like everything is just so different here. Like the way of life is just different. And I struggled a little bit at my beginning. I'm an open person. So, and I'm so open to new things, learning things, and trying to integrate myself whichever way that I could possibly. So I did that. At the beginning, it was so hard, and living here alone without any sibling or having any guideline. At the beginning, I struggled a lot, like with the paperwork and the documentary stuff, administrative works, and also having the guidelines to do things and not get into trouble as a beginner. The language barriers. It was crazy for me at the beginning, but I had to do things on my own. And
I can imagine. Yeah. I can imagine. But how long have you been in Germany though so far?
So I've been here for the past 4 years now, and most of the time when I came here, the first university, I had to drop out.
Okay.
Because of financial issues, and I stopped. I worked a little bit, and then now I am back into it. That is why, normally I'm supposed to be here like 2 years, but my first 2 years it was just about work, and now I'm back to school again.
Yeah, totally understand. Yeah, well, that's super cool. Yeah, so today basically, as you know as well, we want to explore, your relationship basically, in Germany, or interracial relationship in Germany per se specifically. So and you seem to be in a unique perspective. In a unique situation to give us a perspective from that angle. So tell us, what is the cultural differences that you've experienced so far between dating in Ghana and dating in Germany?
It's quite very different. I haven't been into too much relationship, to be honest. I think I've in two. I dated two women in back home in Ghana, and then I have been with two Europeans also here. And I would say that it's like Germans, or let me just say Europeans, because like also like these women don't have only a background of German. They are European, so they understand the value of commitment. They have this. They have a way of loving. It's when a white woman like you, she gives her, or she take the risk to invest in you. Unlike home, I mean, yeah, of course, not all of them though, but those who are genuinely into you, they will let you see it. But back home, it was just about entitlement. If you want to be in a relationship, most of them, like, you have to take care of them, you have to take care of their family. And growing up, I didn't start.
Is it now? Oh, interesting.
Yeah. I would say I didn't go into the dating world like so early. So I sat back so much time. Like, I saw my friends. My first relationship was when I was in grade 11, which was in high school.
That was in high school.
That was when I had my first relationship.
And there was entitlement already to take care of a family. A family?
Yeah.
Were you in high school?
So listen.
That's mind blowing though.
Listen, I got to see this even before I got into a relationship, and it was because I saw my friends when I was in junior high school. I saw my friends doing this, and so that
high school.
Yeah, you take you take care of. But the thing is, I mean, like, there are classes, right? So depending on what you go in for is what tells what you give or what you don't give. So I have friends who
a relationship like that can be like that in Ghana,
bro. It's crazy. So for me, it was a turn off for me. That is why I wasn't so much interested into relationship, because why someone takes care of me, so why should I have to take someone and take care of?
Wait. So the parent of whoever you are dating will be comfortable for a high schooler taking care of them.
Yeah.
I mean, how could that be a 40-year-old dad and my 15-year-old or 16-year-old kid in high school? The boyfriend, who is also 16, will be taking care of me.
So the thing is,
as an older guy, that's mind blowing for me, to be honest.
You would not ever believe this, but I'm telling you, it is something real. And the thing is, you see, so you have parents, especially when I come from a very conservative family. So even being in a relationship, you don't even get to tell them. So what they give you is what you also give to your girlfriend.
Oh my goodness,
And the thing is, they give you, like, it's just about, they give you some sort of closure. And that is what makes them feel entitled for you to give them something in return. So for them, it's more like a business, and it's so materialistic. So I saw this so many times. I witnessed this, and at the end of the day, they will leave you for another better guy. So I saw this. I was so scared. And so my first girlfriend was like a chaplain. Who I thought was good enough, like, to understand that, okay, like, because she was a chaplain, she was very educated with the Bible stuff.
So for those who don't know, chaplains are like, I think it's a Catholic thing.
So basically, intercessors, like, they're almost like none, but in the student level. Right. They intercede, they pray for school and stuff like this. So I thought I had the coolest.
Exactly. Someone who is not going to be materialistic.
But I was so wrong. At the end of the day, she even cheated on me. And it took me 2 years to recover from this.
That's
and
incredible,
after my second relationship, she also was so, like, there were good times also, like, where they gave me some level of companionship. But I feel like the materialistic level was so too much. And I think it's something that runs, I'm not even going to care, because it's something that runs through most of Black women.
I wouldn't say
most
so.
Of them,
I wouldn't say so. I mean, I've also dated people as well. I've also dated Black women.
I'm not saying all of them.
I know. I wouldn't say most. I would say, it's some people are just like that. So obviously, Yeah, you can say some.
Yeah.
I would accept some, but not most. Yeah, most is a bit of a stretch.
From what I saw, that's what I'm saying. I saw this so many times.
Yeah, so
Maybe
many
I was
times.
young at that
I
time,
see.
but I knew what I saw.
Okay,
and
from your perspective, most of the people,
most of the people were there, and
met.
and that is why I always felt like, and that is actually what got me attracted to foreigners. Because when that happened, because I saw this experience, I had the fear.
Yeah,
I went into it and I experienced it, and I was like, okay, this is how it is here, so I'm down.
But would you say poverty is also like a contributing factor to that, or not really?
So it is not necessarily poverty, but the lack of resources, or the
lack of resources.
Like, because they are also like the standard of living was average. The most standard of life in Ghana, like the average people. So if they need certain level, certain needs, and they can't get it, the boyfriend, you are the next in line too. So, and back then I was also a student, and I couldn't. So I mean, I did what I could, but the fact that I didn't have to leave them. They left after all of that.
Yeah.
So it was a turn off, and I was looking for something different. So at that point, I was like, okay, I was done with relationship in Africa, and I moved out. And my first year, I met someone, and I experienced something different.
Yeah. So walk us through your interracial relationship here.
Obviously, the cultural differences is something of a deal, and even religiously, because some were Christians. I mean, one was Christian, one was not a Christian.
Okay.
And it was always questions, and the disbelief and the nuisance they find in what I believe. So it was always a glitch. Also, the family there was so much uncertainty being a foreigner and you being a student. What makes you think you are going to stay after school, and what makes you think you are not using our sister and stuff like this. It was always me like trying to do something to prove myself that okay, I'm just genuine. So it was
this is also like something coming up from from your partner's family as well.
So even though they don't stress you with too much like materialistic stuff, you always have to prove something to the family to accept you. So I was never accepted also. So that was something. And with my second relationship, it's like the family was good, everything was good, but it was just about certain beliefs. Like they don't believe in spirituality.
Okay.
And they don't believe in ancestralism.
Okay.
So it was also something that I always have to juggle. I'm a Christian.
Yeah.
And our family, we are very religious, like spirituality, but traditionalism and being aware of ancestral things.
Yeah.
It was something that my second girlfriend never really was into it. The family had very big, the struggle was just real for them, and so I don't know.
So I mean, if they don't believe in Christianity, so why was it also a struggle for them to think about the cultural ancestral stuff as well? Because I understand that as well as a Nigerian, because I know we also have like local ancestral stuff. I mean, it's not has nothing to do with voodoo, or it has nothing to do with any of sort like that, right? It's just basically a tradition. I mean, just the way they do October 1st here, I would say it's how we see it as well. Yeah, exactly. It's just an essential stuff that we also do as well in between. So then what was the biggest problem for them in that regard if they didn't have a problem with you being the Christian?
I think it has to do with the voodoo thing. Because whenever you talk about spirituality, that is most of the time that is what comes into their head.
Okay.
And they think, okay, African does dark magic, spill blood, and stuff like this, but it's not. This is not. Of course, some people practice, but
of course,
you can't deny that. But that is not what we do always, right? So you always have to find something to prove to them, give some evidences and stuff. But that is just one thing. Also, back in Africa, you could have you can have like an argument with your girlfriend, and it could be like 3 days, 4 days, and you don't even talk, but you're okay. You're just fighting, right?
Yes.
That was a struggle for me because every time I had to have an argument with those here, that day they want to talk, or even the following day at least. Else they think, okay, this is not, but I grew up in a way where I could go 2 weeks without talking to my girlfriend. And then the moment I call her, it's just about hangout and stuff like this, right? But here, it's not something.
Yeah, it's not something. Yeah. I mean, for me, I also feel, I don't know. I think it's,
sometimes you have arguments, you just want a little piece of time and stuff.
You just have issue and need time for yourself. Yeah. So tell me, have you like ever, so because now you're telling me some of these stereotypes you've also received as well from the person you dated, family. So what would you say was the most difficult stereotype that you had to like defend? Because one you've measured, like, if you want to use your sisters for, I don't know, maybe, I don't know, for stuff like what would you say are the stereotype you were thinking that you want to use that for, or some of the other stereotype you receive or discrimination you receive during your relationship with some of these folks?
I think, I mean, there were so many of them, but what I would say is, how do I even put myself in this situation? So, for example, with this German, no, not the one was Polish, and with her, the family. Her parents were gone, but so it was only about her and her sisters. Like her family were dead. So
okay.
Her family grew. Her sisters brought her up, and they always thought, okay, he's a black person. He needs you for residency and stuff like that. And being a student here after school, you can also have like a working visa, but they don't know this. So they always think every black person, whoever wants to go into like in a biracial relationship like this, wants the person for visa and stuff like this. And I felt that was so absurd, especially in my time, because that wasn't even the motive for me. And they never believed. There was no time I could never prove to them
otherwise.
It was, and that was even one of the reasons why we had to break up, because every time we have issues, they always tell her, you see, he is trying to use you and this, when even like, you're not married, but this is when he wants to have like 3 days break after an argument, and he's not serious. And so it got into her head, and, but that is one of the, I found so stupid. I mean, of course, we have people who have that motive, but in my case, it was so different, and I couldn't prove myself that, okay, you have to take this off your mindset. But
But you try educating she and her sisters to see like the other perspective that this person is narrow.
With her family, I couldn't. I wasn't close to them because they never gave me that comfort or that warm environment to even express myself. So it was always through my girlfriend. And she was the youngest, so she couldn't have influence on them.
Okay, but you never really educated that you don't need her for these things, because Jama has a standard process that you can, a standard pathway that you can go through, which is pretty easy, I would say. If you're an international student or an expat in Germany per se.
She did. I did taught her this. I explained things because they don't even know how immigration systems works. Because this is where he get it. This is where you're from. So they don't need to know that. So obviously I needed to educate her at some level, but they were just, she was, I think the thing is her sisters were closed-minded. And so whatever I tell her, because when I tell her, then she goes to her sisters and explains to them, like, look, the dude is genuine, this and that. And they were like, oh, it's all format. This is formality. This is that. And then she takes it. So she could, there was no way she could have she couldn't influence them. And whenever I have to educate her, she goes home.
Yeah.
And then it's like it doesn't work. It doesn't work for her, and rather they influence her that okay, don't listen to him.
It's all him. Yeah.
So it was always like a cost zero job for me. And at some points I was like, I have to give this up.
Oh, okay. I see. Yeah, I mean, I can imagine anyone
It was tough.
will be exhausted with that, though. But yeah, I'm sorry. So I wanted to ask, like, I mean, generally speaking, with what you just said, honestly, did your skin color, like, did it generally affect your relationship apart from this one? Did it affect any other relationship, or it was just one relationship? I mean, both publicly and privately. So do you think it affected any, or contributed to the challenges in any other relationship?
Yeah, I mean, I also had like, okay, so for me personally, I wouldn't say my skin color. If it's about like being an African, is what you mean?
No. I mean, just from your perspective. Yeah.
Oh, I mean,
from your perspective, however way you can explain it, however way.
Okay, I don't know. I got fetishized like so many times. A workplace.
Is that so?
Friend, yeah.
Fascinating.
Yeah, it was something that I also have to deal with. Yeah, but I got harassed. I once got harassed by a date. But this is something.
Yeah, tell me about it. That was. So
So I'm telling you, like, I think for me, from my experience, I think most white women fetishize a lot.
Some, not most. Some.
I like to say
some. No, don't say most. Some.
Okay, so but I mean, what is the tool of measure to say
most means you say like 90%, 70% or 80% those days. So that's that's too much generalized, because again, if you want to round out the figure, most is at least from like at least 1% is higher than the other. So let's just say because now we're talking from your perspective.
Okay.
So that's what
okay. So I would say some, right? Some is more moderate. So some have this edge of trying black men, and I had this a lot from my colleagues from university, from my where I live. I live in it's like a student village.
Yeah.
In Schlachtensie, and I had a lot. I had a lot.
Yeah, tell me the story though. Yeah, tell me one of the story, like what happened specifically. Yeah, and how it happened.
I mean, it was okay. So, for example, where I live right now currently.
Yeah.
I used to have like because students go in and out. Sometimes you have like exchange program students. They come, they live like 3 months, and they go back to their home countries.
Yeah.
Some also come for a year. So I've been there for 4 years this whole time, and I have lived with a lot of women, females, males also, and the moment they get to know, they got to see, there's like here, there's always like for example, whenever you go around, that is when they have to put on something, and also we have like common WhatsApp groups.
Yeah.
They fetch you out and they try to build some relation and stuff. But I have always been conscious, because I also know here law works a lot. And if I don't take my time, you might read signs or body languages wrongly.
Yeah.
Right. But of course, I'm a man. If I see someone trying to give me some signals, I know it, but I never pursue unless I come like into an explicit conversation with you.
Okay.
And then I know what you want, and I know we can have this.
Okay.
So I see a lot of things. Also at my workplace, I had some job offers that I have to do things, but I have to weigh pros and cons.
Now interesting. So you know what?
I never spoke about these things before.
Yeah. Lucky you and I, we're going to talk about this now. Right now, we're going to talk about this. So first, let's start from this. I want to start from the date situation that you said occurred, that you got harassed. So can you tell me precisely what she did? And then afterward, we can then go to the work environment. So tell me what happened with this date situation.
So I met, this was this was like in my early days also. I met one woman. So obviously this girl was a German, I think German Greece.
Okay.
She's a mix, and we went on a date at somewhere Zulugu
In Berlin.
in Berlin here.
Yeah.
And after the date, so normally when you go on a date and you have like good chemistry, it's that a kiss is always a confirmation.
Yeah.
I mean that is what I know for sure, because if you go on a date with a German woman, if she liked you, she would want a kiss.
Okay.
If she doesn't like you, it's either she give you a hug or she doesn't. Okay. That is the most common thing. And so, yeah, we had this chemistry, and there was something just weird. I think she shared something about her having like a psychological issue. But it was a long time ago, and she's fine and she's stabilizing. Yeah. But that I wasn't trying to discriminate, but I have had an experience because my ex back home, one of them had also mental issues, and she smoked. Because of she smoked a lot. Yeah. So I had to remember her, and I was like, okay, I don't want to deal with this, so maybe I don't have to kiss her, just for her to go have that, okay, I want to see her again, or I'm more interested in her, right? So I had to stop. I tried to give her a hug, but she was going in for a kiss. Okay. And during our dates, like there was so much chemistry. I'm a very fun guy, so even if I don't like you, I try to be very warm with you. So there was playfully, she was just trying to get the kiss, and I was trying to, like, it wasn't in public. Yeah. And she was trying to make it look like it was a joke, or like it was a playful moment, but still trying to get. I just had the memory because she had my coat like this, and I was trying to reach out. So going like forward, she was just trying to position me properly so she could get my head. And I was like, okay, what did you do? And playfully, she was just trying to get into it. So I think for a few seconds she realized I wasn't getting. She went back to her sense, and she was like, okay, she's doing too much. And at that moment, I had goosebumps, because now I was thinking, okay, maybe, the mind is still not stable. But I mean, after that day, I spoke to her on the phone. I told her the vibe is not good, and she's a nice person, but I don't think we match. And I didn't really like what she was trying to do. And she apologized and everything, but that was just that. And with my workplace, when I came here first, I couldn't speak German. So I was, I had to find an agency where, like, you get, like, it's easy to work as a student when you don't speak German with an agency, So I had one, agency that were offering job at a clinic. So it was a good thing for me, because I'm also a tech medic student, and I needed something like this. And, so I went to the office. I'm sorry that I have to stop, because I have to play the memory, because I never spoke about this situation.
No, it's okay. Take your time. Yeah, take your time. No worries. So long
story short, she's a nurse, and she's not a nurse, she has kids also. Yeah. So like there was one time she was very, very good with me. She gave me the job actually, but that was after that she always texts me, asks about the job. Because she doesn't come to the hospital. She's an agent. She owns this agency, so she's at office and she deploys us to go to the work. Yeah. So sometimes she will write me alone and questions, how long have I been in Germany? And I told her, I haven't been here for less than a year. Like I could show you around like one weekend. She was trying to be mutual with me, and this is almost like my boss, I would say. Yeah. And so I'll ask my friends that I have to work with, do you get texts like this from her? Yeah. And they're like, no, this is weird. We don't. Maybe she likes you, but we will just laugh about this. But I didn't really like this, Okay. So one time she invited me home, and I wasn't so good with it. But I know this is my boss. I can't mess this thing up, because it could also be like my job being online. Yeah. And I need this job for my monthly payments or rent. So I can't mess this up. So I had an open mind and I went, and it was one evening we went. She had like this they had this food. I don't know the name of the food, but I know kartoffel with some meatballs and stuff like this.
Mm-hmm.
It was good. We had wine and we talked. Then you were asking me about my relationship lifestyle, like what I'm into. Am I promiscuous? Asking me like she was trying to prepare my mind for something. And she also was sharing some of her relationship lifestyles, what she used to do and what she's into. And she has no man. She has a child, but she has no man. And it went into the point where she was telling me that she could actually give me a raise of my hourly payment because she likes me. And I was, and I remember that time I froze. I froze because I have never had this from an old woman like that. She's not that old though, but for me, she was that old. I was 26, 27 at that time.
How old was she?
Oh, Kuga would be like, I don't know.
No, just roughly.
I would say mid 40 to 50, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I have never pictured myself with a person like that. This is an aunt or a mother for me. So it was so hard for me to take this. And I had to tell her that I will have to think about this. And she was telling me she could give me like a permanent place for that, because then also we have like three, 4 places that every week we have to be running shift. Yeah. So she was trying to tell me she have a good offer for me. She could make life easy for me.
Easy for you. If you date her.
Yeah. And I'm a young guy. I'm looking for a very, young girl like me.
Yes, try
to enjoy life. Yeah. I have to put myself in this situation. Yeah. I wasn't sure how it was going to be. Incredible. Because like a cougar or a MILF.
Crazy. I
don't know how I could even exist because if I'm existing, that means I have to find another job.
You have to find
or
another
something
job.
like this. Yeah. And I wasn't ready. You know how hard it is. Like if we're students,
exactly. If you're a student to find, to find a job.
So it was such a tough situation for me. I asked for some time.
Yeah. And
I came home, bro. I thought about this a lot. I spoke with my friends. And we're like, bro, you are stupid. You have to go for this. Boy, they will tell you because this is not their situation. Then they will tell you what they think is right. Yeah. We need the money. We need the comfort, this and that, la, la, la. And, I just had to be honest with her. I couldn't take the offer. And she at the beginning, she acted like, oh, it's okay. It's okay. I understand you're young and maybe you haven't been to this before. But I think after 1 week, 2 weeks, and then I saw something. I saw a real
something change.
And something changed. And that was when I started. I mean, at that beginning, I should have started looking for other jobs. But I was just having a cross fingers, thinking it was, I hope she understands this really, really.
Yeah.
But after that, the first 2 weeks, I wasn't getting slots. I wasn't going to work.
Yeah.
And that was when I realized, okay, I have to find something. To find something. So, I mean, I think life would have been probably better for me if I had taken the offer, but I had to think about something.
No, trust me, life wouldn't have been better because all she could offer was that job. And obviously, after your studies, you're basically going to find a better job. So would you have want to date someone for like, I don't know, like 1 more year for like something, for something that's for something that is not substantial. Yeah. So it makes sense. I'm not saying even if it's substantial, you should only do it if you want to do it. You shouldn't do it because you think your job was at risk at that point in time. Because for me, obviously, she had really, I don't think she had like so much to offer at that point in time.
Yeah, well, just to use me. I have heard this, and it's not only about her. I also have I had people I met from events, and you exchange contacts, and the first thing they ask you, how big is your dick? Yeah, you get. Bro, you have no idea.
I don't know. I don't know if it's me though, Chris. I don't know because I don't know. I don't get those sort of questions. Maybe it's just because maybe it's my face. I don't know. It's my face. Do I look?
I think the thing
do
is,
I look rude?
No, you're super handsome, bro.
I know. Yeah.
The thing is, I think if you put your mind to it, it never comes to you. Because
no, but why would I put my mind in such a thing though?
No, because just like how you were asking, I don't know why. That means it's something you would wish it comes your way. So it would never come if you have to think like this. Because for me,
if I have to think how
like if you have to have this in your mind, like
that it should come or it should not
like
come.
I wish questions like girls who have this fetish.
No, if anyone should ask me that, no. So
you tell them, okay, this is it.
So honestly, I like to educate people.
Okay.
So if you are very idiotic and mediocre, right, and you make such a statement, I think the same thing for me is I educate you that you have to be much more reasonable or mature than that. All right.
So would you tell them you should ask it in the nicest way, and then maybe I would tell you?
No.
Kind of, is that what kind of education?
I'll be like, no, that's not the kind of question you just ask like a random person. I mean, I don't even ask anyone that sort of question or ask a lady like, I don't know, those sort of questions. It makes no sense. So again. I mean, that's why, sometimes you got to be rude because, some people are. But,
I have to be honest with you. During that time, I was trying to explore with white women.
Yeah. So, but also that's also harassment, though. I mean, living exploring for, I mean, I'm a young, I was a young man. I mean, technically, I'm a young man, but depend on what you're looking at it from. So it's just that I think I should be, far more off than I am right now.
I mean, like asking such question, it tells you what kind of motive they have.
But again, as a young active man, I also want to explore as well, right?
Yeah.
Right. I'm not saying I want to anymore, but I understand like wanting to explore. But wanting to explore is different from harassing people by asking stupid questions. So if I want to explore and I like someone, I strike up a conversation and we talk. And we try, I try to find chemistry. Then before you start going, okay, how is the chemistry going? How is the conversation going? So can we be a bit more exploratory in terms of like our conversation? Can we be a bit more, just talk dirty as well, right? Yeah. Talk, again, that's someone you're actually vibing and talking that with together. But just meeting someone off the block and then you're just talking like a regular conversation. Yeah. There's nothing sexual about like both of you. And then the next thing they're asking is, how big is your dick?
Yeah.
Right?
And I'm quite surprised because here boundaries is something that these Germans really take seriously.
Yeah, they take boundaries seriously. So again, that's what I'm saying. It depends on the situation and it depends on how those people also view,
or maybe they just see me and think I'm a fuckboy, so they don't need to
as well.
Because I also see that I get a lot of people telling me you look very bad, you look like a bad boy and stuff like this. So maybe they would think that way.
Yeah, because like I said, no one has ever told me I look like a fuckboy or a bad boy, because I don't look like that. I don't look like that. No, I'm not. I'm a decent one man, one woman.
You blow your heart
kind of person. Yeah. I mean, I don't take care of people's family and them though, but
that's
crazy. Again, anyways, I think that's absolutely crazy. A crazy question to ask.
Is real.
Yeah, but this is the question: has anyone ever asked you, or like one of these people you are dating? Oh, why is your English so good?
Oh yeah, I get this a lot.
You get it right.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's also something I've observed with. My I don't know that I've also observed as well. I don't know why. So for me, I also tell people, I also kind of just sarcastically tell them they're stupid because I'm like, we speak English officially in Nigeria, so what are you talking about? So because at that point, it's like, you're not knowing that an English-speaking country person should be able to speak English is a deficiency from your part. and not because the person's English is actually good. Because again, our university and everything, they teach us in English from when you were young to high school. You work in English, so I don't understand why your English would not be good if you talk English.
It's very real.
Every day.
There were times I had my first university. I had friends from the US, China, and they were always like, "Bro, you don't speak like an African." And I was like, "Okay, how does the African speak?"
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I mean, for me, I also don't know how Africans speak, though. I also don't know how Africans speak.
What is that?
I keep asking myself the same question as well. Is you know, But I mean, sometimes what I do as well is I also, or sometimes I can be, a little bit off the edge. Yeah. So I know I've also asked someone at one point, why is your German and your English so good as well? You look. You look a bit arrogant. No, but anyways, let's go back to your relationship. So for you, right? So what has been, what has been one of the, at least positive experience you'd say you've had, being in an interracial relationship?
I think I have really learned to be more open. I've had like this open awareness thing of understanding. Okay, I'll tell you this, right?
Yeah.
Because my second relationship, bro, I have discovered a lot about myself.
Okay.
There were some traumas that I never knew I even had.
Mm-hmm.
And I spoke a lot with my girlfriend, a lot, deep conversations, and I discovered a lot with myself, like my trauma, like family traumas. And
oh wow,
yeah, and it's just her giving me the time to just flow, and I realized that most of our upbringing, how we have been how I've been brought up,
yeah,
it makes us a survivor actually, because if you go in West Africa, Africa, you can survive in so many places.
Yeah.
And it's good, but there's a trauma
life school though. Yeah, yes. Sorry for cutting. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, there's some trauma.
There's a trauma that comes with it, and that is for me. It's like I had to realize why because I am a very isolated person.
Okay.
When I need solution to a problem. That is when I shut people out and try to figure things on my own. It is not healthy. But,
okay.
Yeah, but when I met my girlfriend, she like, that is when she told me that even when I cut off her left hands, she will reach out to me with the right one, and that's sank in so deep. She wants to be part of the grief. And this is so, I will never forget this. So it's something I really got to understand, that it is okay to share my problem. It's okay to open up, go ask for help, because she gave me this emotion, and I think this is one and many things that I really can talk about, and mostly importantly is about the trauma.
Okay.
Yeah, I really don't want to talk about my traumas, because it's not like so much of a big deal, but why I am what I am is what I'm talking about. And I learned like there were so many things that was toxic that I need to unlearn. And I'm getting better with this.
No, that's nice. That's nice. Yeah, but so I just wanted to make one point is, because I wanted to ask why you feel our survival skills that we learned, or adaptation skills that we learned, with our upbringing in West Africa. I mean, why do you think that's not a nice skill to have, though, or to be brought up with? So, because you said, because we learned that, it's also, it's also not so nice. But why do you think it's not nice from?
I think it's so it's nice, but how it's been installed in us. For example, I'll tell you this. When I was young, my dad was a military officer, and sometimes he could just at dawn, like 4 a.m., he could just come and wake me up. I had a twin sister. He would wake all of us up just to sweep in the morning.
Okay.
And listen, when we were young at that time, we hated it. You wake up at 4 a.m., you sweep the compound, you fetch water. Yeah. And that is the only thing. You finish early in the morning and you don't have any other things to do. So you ask yourself, why did Dad didn't wait until it was 8 a.m. for me to do this job? We didn't understand this, but guess what? I can wake up here 3 a.m. and prepare to work. And I have to think about this, that, okay, you see this, because this time of the day, when you tell like a German that you have to wake up at 3 a.m. to prepare for work, are you crazy? Why would you wake up? Why are you waking up at this hour to go to work at 6 a.m. or something like this? No. Yeah. So, and it because I got used to waking up at that hour. It's super normal for me to go on a shift at that hour. Yeah. Yeah. And that is the survival thing that I'm talking about. One of the main things, right? So it's good, but
sometimes it's too extreme.
Yeah, it's too extreme. I would say.
Okay. Yeah. I get. Yeah. So tell us, how is your relationship here? How is it basically? How has it changed your view or perception of like love, partnership, and and commitment?
So So here, I will say this that
no. I mean, your interrelationship here. Yeah.
It makes me now. I see relationship as a business in a certain way.
As a business.
Yeah. Listen.
Okay. No. I'm listening. Yeah.
Both continents. In Ghana, it's also a business, but who profits? Mostly the women.
Okay.
Here, it's business, and who profits? Both, because it's like a
it's a partnership.
Yeah, the Germans will make you see the relationship like a partnership thing.
Yeah,
that you both have to take care of it, right? Mm-hmm. And if you want a business to flourish, you do everything. You put a lot of commitments and this together. Yeah. But home. So that is it has given me this kind of view, and I like to see relationship that way, actually. Okay. If I have to go into a relationship, it's business, but in a way that we treat it like it's a baby business that we have to take care of together. Mm-hmm. And so there's more of like teamwork and a lot of you don't do things alone or you're alone in that relationship, and that's one thing I would say that
you say. So would you ever date within your race again? Or
there's
your nationality as well?
There's a possibility.
Okay.
But
if it's not based on entitlement or taking care of your family members.
I'm not running from it. I'm a responsible guy. I do my due diligence if I'm in a relationship. Yeah. But like there has to be a line where it feels like you're doing too much of it. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. And that is what I'm saying. And I don't know. I feel like the mindset that some of our women are being taught is what it makes them entitled to things.
Yeah, to things. Okay.
And so that group of women, I wouldn't want. I don't see myself in that.
All right. So basically, so that's where conversation and like that initial dating is. So because then you already gauge if this is your kind of person or not.
Yeah.
So I mean, for me, I think maybe that's also why I haven't had like a lot of similar awkward experience, because obviously before I get into anything with anyone we meet, we have a conversation. We basically have that initial stage to get to know each other. And obviously, if not my kind of person, then then we're off. If I'm not that kind of person, then we are off as well. So there's no beating around the bush.
I don't know if I'm allowed, but I want to know. I want to know your view about this.
You're allowed to ask.
Okay, because I'm interested. So when you found out that this is not a good match for you, but maybe this girl is hot.
Oh no! Jesus Christ, bro, that's different. I mean, you know,
have to
yeah, I can keep that
kick
going
one,
for a
kick
few.
one, kick one.
I can keep that going for a few more weeks, man. Jesus Christ. No, that's a totally different thing. I can keep that going for a few more weeks. Hey, you know,
Yeah,
I mean, we need to
I'm
make
with you, I'm with
sacrifice, you
you,
know.
I'm
We need to
with
make
you.
sacrifice.
I'm with you, bro.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
Yo,
I'm with you.
I don't mind sponsoring our mother's operation for that 2 weeks or something. Yeah.
I'm with you,
You know,
bro.
no, but on a serious note, yes, if she's hot and I feel, you know, just that sexual attraction basically. Yeah, sometimes it's just to like get it going and then get that off the way, and then obviously for a relationship, it's you just know it's not going to work, so there's no reason to push it further than
pursue anything, yeah.
than it should be. So that's why they're like at every point in time, you have to understand what the two individual person need at that point in time.
And you know, one thing I like about Germans is that they are very open people. So they can tell you, okay, I don't see vibe with you, or you're not my match.
Yeah.
But you know, we can pass time. I get that also.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, so that is what we're talking about.
Yeah, exactly.
But
So it's what we're talking about as well.
I like that a lot. That means, you know.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, I can give you know, it makes it easier to know what the next step is going to be, basically, right? So it makes it easier for everyone. Yeah. So what's your plan now, and what do you envision for the future in terms? I didn't ask actually. Are you in a relationship right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a bit complicated right now, but
okay.
I am.
Okay, but technically, yes, yeah. Okay, but so what's the future, and what do you envision for like in terms of relationship here, going forward?
Right now, I would have to be honest. I think I just want to keep things how it is right now.
Yeah.
And then after school, I have until September of this year to complete.
Okay, so you complete your schools.
And when I'm done, I want to pursue also, because I have passion for modeling.
Okay.
So I really want to. I'm still working on finding agencies that will manage my talents, and so that is the next in line after school.
Yeah.
And then if I have to settle, I want to be a family man.
Yeah, no, of course.
Man, so.
Again, I think you hardly see any African person who does not want to be family oriented. Although there are some, I'm just saying from my point of view, I've not seen a lot. So I don't just know how many don't want to be, but
I don't know. I'm very scared.
Usually they want to.
I'm very scared
of what?
With the things that the review I hear about African women in Germany. Especially with their parents.
Oh yeah, I mean,
it's a thing that really bothers me.
Yeah, again, but the thing is, I've also seen other people that are married, right? I think it's just depend on individual perspective. So again, it can be, maybe common in your cycle or people you hear a story from, but obviously, I tell you, definitely that's not like the entire people. It makes no sense if it's the entire people. So, and again, what I also tell people. There's also a situation coming from the man as well that is triggering a lot of stuff as well. So basically, you cannot be cheating on your partner on a regular basis, and she also knows on a regular basis for there not to be issues in your relationship as well. So it can be both ways. And it also, again, it can be a family problem as well. But I think it's why at the end of the day is you have to look at who you're getting married to at any point in time. Yeah. So marriage is not something, you take lightly. So it has to be someone you've, either known for a long time, but you're very dating, or that you, at least get to know deep down and deep background as well. So because it can also be the same in Germany as well. So you don't know what your friends are saying or what your family members are saying as well, if you're there or not. So yeah. I think it totally depends on individual cases. Okay. Yeah. Awesome. Yeah. So, Ernest, thanks a lot for joining us.
Thank you.
I've had an insightful conversation, and I think this has been good so far. So, thanks for coming.
Thank you.
And thanks for your insight. So, please, guys, like, share, and follow us, subscribe. and as well comments. Give us your opinion, your thoughts, your disagreement, basically, and then we can discuss further about it. So have a lovely day, and see you guys soon.